Hello and welcome to English commentary on JPML Select, brought to you by today, not Arthur Korek, WRPM, brought to you by Garth
Oh, yeah, you're
and
right.
Jenn.
Oops. We should probably
Uh,
change the commentators.
no problem.
There we go.
Perhaps,
That's
actually, yeah, you
better.
don't want to throw Korek under the bus. Like,
Yeah.
oh God, what's wrong with Korek's commentating today? He sounds so much like Garth. Yes, Garth is here, back from my surgery. I have a somewhat repaired stomach, I guess. I don't know.
Somewhat.
Uh,
It was like only semi-success.
well, actually, I mean, the doctor said, yeah, surgery is a success. Everything is as good. You know what? We told the Roomba to stop, and it has not found its way to the dock. So I will help it. Um, doctor said it was a success, as good as it could be. And now I just have to live with the feeling of I wonder how long this is going to take. I have an appointment today to go a little bit more insight on whether it's feeling as it should. I guess it takes some time for your stomach to feel normal again. It just kind of constantly feels like it's about to split open.
Like the stitches.
Um, no, the stitch. I mean, uh, it's hard to feel like where anything is actually wrong exactly. It just all feels wrong. The whole area just feels all wrong. Uh, Obviously, you remember this whenever you have a problem with your abs, how much basically just everything you do revolves around your abs. So, like, obviously sneezing, coughing, laughing, all of those things hurt. Uh, Not quite pod talk, but going to the bathroom, yep, that's just another one. You're just like, holy cow. Uh,
I
I
mean,
want to
I've
do it, but
had
they give you,
yeah, I had two
what's that?
C-sections, so I think I do have
Yeah.
experience in this.
I do know, yes. So yes, a lot of women have a much more valid excuse for why they have basically this going on in their
I
abs.
wouldn't call it more
Of
valid,
mine,
but I would say maybe wait, like
or it is valid. Yes, it is just valid. Whereas my excuse is really just too much beer and family. Me chicky, a lot of fried chicken, and a lot of beer. So anyway, yes. I mean, it's definitely better. And that you just like keep it feels sore. Kind of sometimes it has that feeling of like how like when you've worked out and the next day your muscles are sore, but you have that feeling oh, okay, another day and I'm gonna actually feel stronger. Like sometimes I have that feeling, but a lot of times it's really just like, oh, maybe I should just lie down.
I remember, I mean, the difference I guess is like after a C-section, there's a lot of things you have to pick up. Like there's an actually zero excuse. Oh, you can hear us in the background. Um,
So yeah, I was just testing.
there's so because you have to like pick up a baby, and they're like, oh, you shouldn't pick up anything except the baby. And you're
uh,
like, do I even really have to pick up that too?
could just leave her lying right there.
Doesn't she know what she did to me?
I know. This is you're the guilty party here. Yeah,
Um,
picking up Riku has also been a little bit like usually I end up picking him up and putting him in the bike, but this for the last week he's definitely been all right, you can climb in there on your own. You can do that for sure.
yeah,
Now.
you kind of forget sometimes too, even though it's like constant. There's
Yeah,
always a moment you forget, and you're like, oh, yeah, I wasn't supposed to pick that up.
right. Like in the pool yesterday, he wanted me to throw him, and I was like, "Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that." And then he kind of got on my legs, and usually from that pose, it was like I'm just kind of kneeling in the pool. And usually from that pose, it was just like an automatic, "Okay, throw him." And I went to do it, and I was like, "Oh, halfway through it, oh yeah, no, that's I did say I was not going to do that for this very reason.
Exactly, yeah.
Everything hurts."
All right. Well, you had lots of well wishes from the chats and from Korak and from
Thank you,
myself.
everybody, and thanks, Korak. Thanks for subbing in to Korak.
It was really fun,
Uh,
yeah, commentating
Special
with.
treat for everybody to have a real pro.
It's like
besides me.
it's not very often I get to commentate with Korak. I do try and schedule myself with him in the WRC channel when we do Sankei Shimbun Cup or Saikyo-sen, but generally it's the time of day where I have to be somewhere. So
Uh,
so it was fun, and we did like 2 whole games, so that was a fun experience. And hi Tips in the chat. We appreciate you coming. It was
hey,
Tips'
Tips.
birthday a couple of days ago.
Oh, nice. Happy birthday, Tips.
Yeah. Okay. Are we ready to get started then? We
Yeah,
are
sorry,
watching.
Scooby is probably going to be a little bit vocal today because we have so much construction going on, both in our house and the one next door. So he gets all concerned because sounds happen and he thinks they're talking to him or something. I don't know.
Hopefully your noise canceling will function
Is
a
it really?
bit. I don't hear anything right now. Nope, no Scooby. It's working, yep. Fukushima, Ayukawa, and Miura. This is a final table. We watched the first final table last week, actually, when you weren't here. This is the second game of the final table. There are 5 games total. So you can see the yellow is their totals from the first game. And the yellow by their names. And that will be updated in real time as from the past. Real time for this game, but yeah, we're watching a game of the past, preparing because we're going to have an actual live stream of the finals this year. So we're just getting y'all ready for that. Yep, it will be, the first game will be free and the games after that will be paid. You have to be a JPML superfan in order to watch the paid streams. Yes. The more we get, the more games they'll let us stream. So, but in this game, right now Yamada is our first dealer, and Miura is in first place. I think that as far as final table goes, Yamada is probably the least experienced of this table, and Ayukawa has a very long pro history, but I think he doesn't have a lot of final table experience. I feel like I see Fukushima all the time, but uh, yeah, I think he did show when we started. He was doing a lot more. I think he had just finished. I had just like quit his job to go full-time Mahjong when we joined the league, and then I don't know if maybe he got a different full-time job or what, but he kind of has been a little bit more obscure lately. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. He was like working in the office and things, I think, before, but not lately, so. And of course, Miura, brand new M Leaguer. I mean, to be fair, we get size for lots of things. Yeah, lots of sighing when Jenn and Garthe are in the room. What do you think about these hands, by the way? Yeah, Yamada had his second place finish, but that win shoots him in the current standings ahead of Miura. I can't seem to find Ayukawa's Twitter. I wonder if he doesn't have one. Oh no, I can't hear Garth anymore. Yeah, I did that
Oh,
again. You're
I
talking the whole
was gonna.
time. Garth is talking the whole time. Here we go. We have audio.
God, that was another thing. I was gonna. Oh, that's Tempai from Europe.
Mm, I almost feel like we
Goes for
should
it.
restart this game. Still just missed one.
God, that's the whole reason I turned my phone on too, because I was going to check again to make
Yeah,
sure,
it's
because I
when I
know that
switched the
happens, and then I
screen,
totally
and
forgot to.
it happens because I
Yeah.
was still doing tweets about this
Right.
broadcast.
I know it happens. That's why I was going to check. I don't know. Silly me.
Well, I already blamed your mic, so.
There we go. So Fukushima gets an unhelpful 7 of cracks, and that will convince him to give up. Ayukawa, relatively safe 9 of dots. He'll push.
Hey Vala. Vala says, "Hi Garth, I hope you're recovering well."
Thank you very much. I do feel better. Oh, and that's not Sanchoku either. What will he do? All right, well, he'll throw from the Pinzu. The thing is, we do know that there are no Dora, no 2s of bamboos left in the deck to be drawn. And we already know that there's only one more 5 left in the deck. And there it goes to Yamada. But that's going to be coming out unless really crazy happens. Oh, God. Just too late. One draw late for Fukushima. Draws the 4. Right, that could possibly help the 5 come out from Yamada if he runs out of safe tiles, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. And this hand seems headed for a draw.
Yeah, Yamada's hand looked so promising. That 3/4/5 Sanshoku was right there. Right there. See? Right
Just
there.
couldn't quite get there in time.
I think he's thinking the
This
same
is him.
thing. Look at it, it's right there. That's what his face said.
Him purse his lips.
Yes.
All right, so a strong reach from Yurta gets everybody else to give up their hands. And even though he doesn't win the hand, he will net 2,000 points. His reach stick stays on the table, and Fukushima will get a shot. Bringing himself up from currently last place. Once again, you see the change in UMA. Miura going from a negative score to positive above 30,000.
Puts him
Instantly
back in
puts him
first
back
place,
in the
yeah,
lead.
overall.
But as the game progresses and scores move further away from 30,000, that is likely to start happening a little less. Dora is the 5 of bamboos. Who has Dora in their hand?
I think it's an open-ended, but his hand just doesn't seem to have a lot of value. Ayukawa's
Fukushima
hand
does
is
have
just really far away.
Fukushima does have 2 Dora in his hand, so it's his turn as dealer, so he is going to be pushing. There's another pair for Yamada. He is
Yeah,
one away
it
from
just
ready.
got that second open-ended, but he gets these pairs. But like I said, just so little value. Especially these are A rules, so reach does not hold that much value. You don't get Ipatsu, you don't get Ura. Dora comes in for Ayukawa.
That was a key draw for Fukushima to get the 5-5-6 shape using the 2 Dora, 2 5s. So he has a much nicer shape that he will be probably pushing pretty hard with here. He's got the 4-5-6-7 of Manzu also, which is another very powerful shape. So many tiles can glom on there, but Miura again trying to sneak off with some parents. Pon brings useless tiles to Fukushima. Miura continues to move towards Tenpai.
Just also let everyone know that next week you're going to have another like super pro commentator, Nathaniel from World Reach Pro Mahjong is going to be broadcasting with Garth.
Exciting.
Because this time Jenn's gonna go to the hospital,
Oh,
but just a normal checkup, not anything exciting like surgery.
well, hope that goes well. That's Tenpai from Yurta. It's a cheapo, so it's not. If somebody does reach, but actually he's called a few titles, so he doesn't have a lot of giving up potential. That's Tenpai for Fukushima. 2 Dora. He will reach. He's not going to wait for a better weight. He threw the 2 of dots there. A few other 2s of dots might convince people that there's a wall there and the 1 becomes safe. Let's see if a dangerous 1 gets drawn, like perhaps Ayukawa. There's 1 of them in Yamada's hand. Not likely to come out unless he gets unless he gets the Tenpai. But he doesn't have any value in the hand really to push with, so probably maybe giving up soon. 7 of dots. Well, there's 1 Suji, one side of the Suji for the 4. 7 just came out. Miura switches to the 5. Oh, and that is a winner for Fukushima. Interesting. I thought Yamada might be playing a little more defense there. The 7 had just come out, so perhaps he felt like, well, all right, we got half of the Suji trap, but half of a Suji indication that I could believe in, and it ends up working out very nicely for Fukushima. And that does suddenly change the standings a bit.
A tough break for Yamada there.
Running into 2 Dora in Fukushima's hand.
I think I have a bias, like I said, that Yamada is probably the least final table experienced here. And also our buddy from Vienna, the Vienna trip.
Yes, he does seem to be around for lots of different situations and things.
Miura just got rid of that open-ended gut shot because he has enough blocks and wants to keep those dots. Yeah, the 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait. Wait a second. Did I see this wrong? Let me look one more time. Oh, no, it wasn't open-ended gut shot. It was one away. It was one gap in there. My bad.
You say open-ended gut shot, you mean like Yankan?
Nope. That would be a double gutty.
This is an open-ended gut
Open-ended
shot.
gut shot would be if it was a 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 7 shape. Which means you have the 1, 4 open-ended and then the 6 gut shot connected to it. But this one, there was no 4 connecting. So it wasn't an open-ended gut shot.
Oh, I see. Okay, yes.
Yeah. Right here. See, it's 2, 3, 3, 5, 6, and I misread it as. Yeah.
There we go. All right. Well, he does complete that run, so he's still got the open ender in the 5-6. Fukushima doesn't have any Dora, but he does have a Sanchoku possibility forming. 2, 3, 4.
Pretty good possibility. This early in the hand.
Of course, would also include using Dora. So right off the bat, that's another big hand. Miura once again trying to sneak off with just a couple points. His Tenpai is not exactly what Yamada was hoping to draw. Completing a triple, 1 away from ready for Fukushima. Ayukawa gets an open-ended weight in the Manzu. Waiting for Dorda. Will Yamada end up having to throw Dora? Oh, all right. There's another. Oh, and that'll be a winner for Miura. Not a huge loss for Fukushima, but it is key for Miura in just sort of maintaining his place at the top. Pretty good, pretty sizable distance between him and Fukushima in second place. But of course, we still have quite a few games to go. This is the second game of the final table, right?
Yep, second of 5. We watched
Second of
games 2
5,
and 3
okay.
today. Next week, Nathaniel and Garth will bring you games 4 and 5. See up in the top left corner, the 2 there means this is game 2, and in parentheses there's a 5,
nice.
which means total 5 games.
All of the information is on the screen. Ayukawa currently in last place overall. His turn as dealer, looking to try to start a little magic on a run. Not a lot to work with at the moment, though. Perhaps a full straight. There's another pair for Yamada. Is the pair place, as Shida would say.
Ugh.
You're in the pair place. 2, 3, 4, 5. A nice shape for Ayukawa. Could turn into something for his turn as dealer. We're one away from ready in Yamada's hand, all pairs. No Dora yet. In fact, I'm seeing Fukushima just threw Dora. Oh, no, wait, I'm confusing. Once again, I've done that. Dora is actually the north tile, not the Dora indicator.
You can see the west Dora indicator right there on the table.
Yamada does have a Dora, but instead of piling up the Dora, piles up into a completed triple. Once that happens once, I think, okay, we're definitely just going to get Suwanko now. For once, Miura's hand has not improved faster than everybody else's. It pairs here for Fukushima too, depending on. Oh, and that completes a run for Ayukawa. He's one away from ready. He chooses not the gut shot in Pinzu. He's going to move himself towards Tanyao. That was not the 6. That was not the 9. Looked like the 9 at first, but it was a 6. So not completing another triple for Mada. There's the 9. Oh. I said he was going to go for Tanya, but now it looks like he's thinking about the full straight in the Sozu. Mada doing an extra multi grab on Haku, perhaps to make people think it was not Haku.
I think that Fukushima's looking at that double twin sequence. Ryambeko. Did you see that? Did you notice that?
I had not noticed that yet.
See?
You're right. Gets the right Sozu.
Nope, just going for all pairs
6
now.
or 9.
It's because I said it.
Oh my gosh, and there it is. Ayukawa will go for it. He gets the dream draw. So we're waiting for the 147 of bamboos. But of course, there's a very big difference between the 1 and the 4-7. Another 7. That's fine going somewhere else. Nobody cares. Don't want that one anyway. Stupid 7.
It wouldn't be a teeny bit better if he still had that 1 dot in his hand. But probably not going to go against the Steeler reach anyway. Maybe if the Dora pairs up.
surprising. So basically, I think all of the fours, so all the sevens are gone. Well, no, these all the sevens that are not already in Ayukawa's hand are over here in Fukushima's hand, and I think all the fours that are not in Ayukawa's hand are already on the tape on the table, or one of them's in one hand. So he's really only got the expensive one to draw anyway. Oh, that's another triple for. Okay. But he started getting rid of his pairs, didn't he? I think that I've only seen one of bamboos on the table. There are still some to be had in the deck.
3 even. Where are
Right?
they?
Well, there's one in the first discard for Fukushima too. So I guess there are still
There's 2 on the
2
board. Okay, so 2 in
on the
the
board.
deck.
2 in the deck. Good luck, Ayukawa.
And we are getting. It's starting
Towards
to
the
run
end.
out. Yeah. We are in the third
Coming up
row
for
of
somebody.
discards. That is considered
Certainly, it seems
generally
like
Shuban, end of the hand.
certainly everybody is giving up, so there's no real chance of anybody throwing into it. And he draws the huge massive hand.
I just feel so good when that comes in.
Right? Little does he know that was really the only thing he could have won on. But yeah, like you say, oh, that's got to feel good. He was a little fake grimace, like, oh, that was tough. And that changes everything. Look at that. Right, blam. He is in second place by only 100 points, 1,000 points.
Look at the
Once again,
scores. They're like the yellow scores are totally even. It's minus 11.4 plus 11.4 minus 10 plus 10.
Oh, right, yeah.
And do you ever see like when you write when the scores end up like that? In a lot of times they end up like that in an actual game.
Right.
So like not that often, but it happens often enough that you're like, oh look, it's exactly the same both ways. And a lot of people at the table don't notice and they still like add them together to make sure that they match.
Yeah, that is funny that, yeah, like, why wouldn't you just take that shortcut? How hard is it to see that shortcut? I don't know. Maybe we see that because we're lazy.
Yeah, I think that's probably pretty accurate.
We're looking for the easy way out all the time.
It's like habit. People, you have a habit, you just find the positives and add them together, and you maybe don't look at the negatives until afterwards.
Right. So Ayukawa, after a huge winning draw, we have the proof that Garthe is not a thing. Because I don't see really great shape in Ayukawa's hand. Odora, no great shapes. Still early in the hand, but he's got to be glad he got those points while he got them. Though it doesn't look like anybody has anything really huge developing here.
Fukushima's hand is just a mess. Ayukawa's hand, mess.
It's enough of a mess that he hasn't even bothered sorting it, really.
You might see that double east pawn because you just have to. But Yamada's hand looks kind of alright.
Let's have the east. All right, well, there's another pair for Ayukawa. The double east is key. Of course, if he gets a chance, he'll pawn that, and that might slow the other players down. Of course, the other players. All right, well, finally, there's something for Fukushima. A little motivation. Dorda fills in, completes a run, but now that allows Miura to pawn the south, which is his wind. Another Dorda for Fukushima. A little bit more difficult to use this time, though.
You might be seeing ads on this stream. If you become a JPML superfan, you will not see ads anymore, and you will have access to our paid content. which is anything that we stream that's paid on the Japanese channel is also has to be paid for on this channel.
Another pair for Ayakawa. Wow, it's interesting how this hand has turned out to be more
Yes,
of a
that shape twice. You see that shape? 55799 and also 33577. So those are extremely efficient shapes. Gives you 4 different types you can use with each of those groups. The 55799, you can use the 5, 6, 8, and 9. And the 33577, of course, you can use there's a 4. 3, 4, 6, 7.
What does he do though? He's one away from ready with the all pairs, so he'll keep the all pairs option open.
Yeah, I guess because East, maybe he doesn't have any expectations for East to come out, but it's not like they're being squeezed. They're just nobody has them yet. When I'm thinking I want to hold in the East, then I probably want to discard that 3 bamboo.
East did come out from Miura here.
Did it? Did I miss it? Oh yeah, one came
a
out.
couple draws
He
ago.
didn't pawn it. Oh.
Didn't pawn, but so yeah, I guess
Pawn the
that was
double
before
East.
he did manage to complete the one
Oh,
run.
there it is. He pawned it.
And he will pawn this time. So now he's one away from ready. Decides
See,
not
like,
to wait
right
for.
there, I kind of want to have. I guess there are a couple 6s already and a couple 9s already on the board. There was only 1 6 on the board though when he discarded that 8.
That is tempai, I think, for Yamada.
So I'm thinking if I want to pull in that double East, I want that open-ended in the bamboos. The 6, 9.
Here to just.
There's a couple out, but it looks like such a good weight. You can see all the 8s.
Yamada waits for the possible Sanchoku to come into his hand, and he will now reach.
Fukushima went away with really good shapes here, but he gives it up. You're not told to give up.
For Ayukawa. He begins. He's still one away from ready. He could still cover tempai in what he draws.
Yeah, I think that's what Fukushima's aiming for. I think it looked like he was keeping the pairs just in case, but you have those all pairs hands and a reach comes in and you have like only, if you have so many pairs, you only have like half of the options that other people have for safe tiles.
Yamada is waiting for Dorda, but actually, as it turns out, he would really like the 4 instead of Dorda. 4 would be more points. Unfortunately for him, there are very few of them still left in the deck. Oh, another Dorda for Miura. So there are no more Dorda to be drawn. He did get rid of that 4 just in time. Right before Yamada was able to reach. Still not quite tempai for Miura or for Ayukawa. He will continue to push and hope that maybe he can get there safely. There is just one more 4, right? There's no other 4s on the table besides the one that Miura threw, right? So there is still a 4, 1 4 to be drawn, no 7s to be drawn. Or Yamada. He's completing a triple. I guess Fukushima could consider pushing here. A little bit of a push. Hot tempai for Ayukawa, and he will throw in the towel. Gives the white flag. Oh, that would have been tempai for Miura. He'd already given up. Yamada will not draw his winner, and the hand will end in a draw. prediction. No reason for Dorta to come out here. So Yamada will get a couple thousand. You get a few thousand, but one his reach stake remains on the table. He nets 2,000. That will end Ayukawa's turn as dealer, and Miura will get a chance to push himself back into positive territory, which will immediately put him much further into the lead if he can get back into positive territory. At the moment, the two players who were positive last game are both in negative territory this game, and the two players who were in negative territory last game are in positive territory.
Yeah, I have a sort of random question. If the profile pictures there on the bottom, which pose do you prefer? They're all for slightly different poses.
They're all kind of different poses, aren't they?
Yeah.
I guess, I mean, if it were me, I'm most likely to end up like, say, Yamada.
Yeah, I think that's like the most common when it's not just the headshot. If you're doing bust up, that's the most like Mahjong looking one. Mahjong pro-ish.
So Ayukawa has kind of like a headshot, right? Like that's kind of just a normal headshot.
Yeah, like a driver's license pose, I think.
And Miura has kind of like he's angling one way, but he's still looking straight at the camera.
Yeah, Miura's is more like a LinkedIn kind of headshot.
And Fukushima's like, what?
Yeah, Fukushima's like a model pose. I definitely like Fukushima's. Yeah, it's so dramatic, right? I like it.
Right. So like the thing for me though, I would just not nail it. I would just be like, oh, what is Garth trying to do there? Like, just stand normally, you weirdo.
Remember I went for like a photo shoot in Hawaii once when I was living there. It was before I did any modeling or anything. One of my Starbucks customers said that he wanted to take photos. So I brought my dude friend to his studio because I wasn't going alone. And he took some photos, and later I asked about him and he's like, your expression just looked dead. So he didn't give me any of the photos. Like apparently I really did not nail anything in that shoot.
I've had a few experiences like that. And there's Tenpai for Fukushima. He'll take the 475 weight in Pingzu. Getting closer to Tenpai for Miura.
4, 5, 7 weight, but the 5 would be all triples.
That was also huge. Yes, the 5 coming out is also Son Uncle.
Yeah, 5, no matter which way he draws it and which way he wins it. And the west is also his seat wind, so it's already Mangan. Son Uncle would be Hanemon, right? As the white dragon triple. That is massive in these rules.
He might even be tempted to change his weight.
No, I think if he changed it, it would be. I guess Red Dragon, there's 2 out already. Yeah, Dora, you would have to change that, I think. Unless there are a bunch out. There's one of the
Finally,
Doras.
a Dora comes out, and that's actually going to make it a little less like.
Oh.
And Yamada. Yeah, for Yamada. He's still one away from ready.
Oh, he draws it.
Oh, and the big one. Oh.
The Pon gave Fukushima the win. 3,000.
He's got to be a little excited about that one. And that's tough for Miura. Tough break on his turn as dealer. This is 6,000 points, and right away here, we have an interesting sort of shift. Look at those scores. The top 3, Yamada's actually got pretty far in negative territory. But man, the top 3 players are really close to each other now. Huge draw by Fukushima. Pushes Miura further into negative territory. Ayukawa still in positive territory, and so they are all kind of just neck and neck now.
It's definitely better at a final table when it happens like this, in my opinion.
Oh, it's exciting.
It's exciting.
Ayukawa with a whole bunch of bamboos and some value tiles. So perhaps he will go for a flush in the bamboos. He also has 2 Dora, I believe. So I would imagine Ayukawa will be pushing. Oh, that completes a run in the Sozu. So we will not be going for a flush, half flush. It completes a run for Yamada. Fukushima with one of the Dora. Ayukawa will not consider.
Yeah, not
Not
consider
consider 1, 2, 3.
or the outside hand even. Would have to get rid of
Yeah,
probably 3 tiles for an outside hand, but it's just worth so much with the Sanshoku.
the Sanchoku. Oh, but see, look at
Full
that.
straight.
See.
I mean, he could have gotten rid of the one of the 4s and hedged both.
That's true. But I wonder if he was thinking about poning to get to Tenpai. But he is now Tenpai, except that I think he has. Is he? Wait, is he Tenpai? Sorry, it's not be Tenpai because I thought he had 2 Dora in his hand. So either I've forgotten the shape of his hand. We'll see in a second here.
It's just 1 Dora. It is Tenpai, but
Okay.
so it's a full straight with
Just
1 Dora. 5,200.
for the 7. I think, yeah, and so in a game where there's Ipatsura Dora, I think a lot of players would probably reach this hand. But I think there is a good argument for not reaching this hand. Because the difference between
close to first place. If Yamada was if he had the score like 18,000 like Yamada, might be more likely to reach.
right. If, for example, the 7 comes out of Fukushima's hand, he's right.
That's
Back in the
first
lead.
place. Yeah, back in the lead for this game and overall. But we get a reach from Yamada. The M is from Manabu, but it makes me want to say Mr. Yamada.
He's waiting for the 5-8, and I don't think there are any left in the deck. 2 over here. 1, 2 there. 2 more there. There's 1 8. All right. I guess there's 1 8 and there's 1 5 to be drawn.
Oh,
So that
the
8s are not going to be. The 8's not going to be coming out from Fukushima, but he likes not to completely push at the moment. That also means very few 7s left for Ayukawa to draw. There's 1 7 left. 7 of bamboos left for Ayukawa, and there are 1 each of the 5 and 8 of bamboos for Yamada. Will Fukushima be tempted to push? Still 2 away from ready. With 1 Dora at the moment. Miura will be folding. And that goes to Ayukawa. Waits quietly. It's 5,200 plus the reach stick. And even though that doesn't put him in first place for this game, that will put him in first place in the overall standings.
Very close to first place in the game. Another tough break for Yamada. Definitely not out of it yet, but it does get frustrating in that position. No more dealer turns left. Very far back in last place. Miura with another dealership. Gotta be afraid of being the only negative person on the table for this game.
was a tough break for Yamada to throw that 9400, I think it was, to early on to Fukushima, and then just has not gotten a break since then. Had some hands, just did not work out. So after rough starts in the first game for Fukushima and Ayukawa, they have absolutely just turned things around and are currently winning the whole thing.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also subscribe to the WRC channel, youtube.com/@worldreach. That's where you're going to find coverage, English coverage for the Sankei Shimbun Cup. Also a sponsored team in that competition, the WRC team. We are in first place for our group right now. Myself, Mio from South Korea, and Yumi Uotani, one of Garthe and my favorite players all the time.
Randomly, the Dora has not been indicated on the screen, but by the way, it is the 2 of dots. If I remember correctly. I'm not sure. Oh, it's the 1 of dots. Oh, and now they've got that wrong. Like when other people make mistakes.
Yeah,
See?
the indicator was the 1 of dots. And then
People make mistakes too. Not just me.
yeah, imagine.
That's one away for ready for Miura with kind of a nice hand. He's got Pinfu and possibly Ipeiko.
Ipeiko. Ipeiko.
Ipeiko, not Waru Ipeiko.
Your first E was pretty short.
All right.
It was
Okay, sorry. Now he's one away from ready. Ipeiko.
It's like English pronunciation with the Japanese spelling.
Yeah. Ayukawa stays one away from ready. There's not a lot of value in the hand, but he doesn't really need it. He would just like to run away with this, run away with a quick, easy winner. One away from ready for Yamada. He'd like 7 of dots to give him Pinfu. That improves a weight for Fukushima, but he just does not quite have anything that is a pair, definite pair yet. He's thinking about Sanshoku also, but not anymore. That is ready for Fukushima. Was he waiting for the 3-6 of dots?
Missed it.
Decision for Miura. How does he want to stay around one away from ready? Possibly start moving towards
Sort of shifting the hand toward a Tanyo.
Towards a Tanyo.
Playing safe, not very married to the hand. Did not put a ring on it yet.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah, so Ayukawa is waiting for the 3-6 of dots. Yamada did not choose to add the pair to his hand for the 9 of dots. Now he will get rid of that 3. Interesting. Another Dora for Fukushima. So that is a pair. It ends up making him throw into Ayukawa. A huge expensive hand. It does end his turn as dealer and
puts Ayukawa
really
in
puts
first place. Yeah.
Close to first place, right? It's a 1,000 away.
Oh, sorry, but still first place overall with a bigger lead.
Yes.
And I mean that's a big blow to Fukushima.
Yeah.
I feel like with no more dealerships, and Ayukawa is kind of on a roll. I wouldn't say necessarily flow, but sometimes these streaks do happen.
Right.
See if it happens this time or not.
And one of those things you sometimes hear people discuss in like when you're talking about Mahjong and the importance of this hand or that hand. Sometimes you can have a really significant 1,000 point hand, and sometimes you can have an amazingly insignificant 12,000 point hand. Like, 12,000 points, and yet it doesn't move you any closer to first place. That was a significant 1,000 point hand. Ended Fukushima's turn as dealer. Now it's Ayukawa's turn as dealer. He's got the lead. And he put together a bit of a run. Yurta aiming for the outside hand. Actually, not super outsidey, but he did throw the 5 of dots very early. So he will
in the
continue with
chat
that
talking
story.
about getting Nihongo Jozu'd.
That was, what did they say? Like, thank you or excuse me? And then
これはペンです。
yes. He actually did, went to use daycare this week. Like, that little thing you can, like, parents can go once a year to just see what
Observation
day of
day.
class is like. Yeah. I did get the Ohashi Jozu.
I have not gotten Ohashi in a very long time. I think that there's been at least a little bit of recognition that chopsticks can be used by people outside of Japan lately compared to before. Except for I really am Jozu at Ohashi, so my chopsticks holding is way better than my daughter's.
Top notch.
Because I did not teach her how to use them.
Oh, really?
She thinks
You
she
wanted to
learned
have
it.
something to be.
She learned everything at daycare. I can take very little credit for.
Our daycare is really strict about chopsticks. They really want them held in a pretty specific way.
Yeah, I mean, my daycare was not at all. It was it's very, very much like we go at the kids' pace. I mean, you have to be like kind to other people, but as far as like learning things using your left hand versus right hand, most of the playtime is really free play, and you can like do art projects or play with toys or build train sets or whatever, you know. They were not strict at all about chopsticks.
Miura remains one away from ready as he improves one of his weights to an open-ended 3-sided weight. That is ready for Fukushima, but he will not reach. He's not going to try to make his hand more expensive. He'll wait quietly. He's got the they were the south setting, right? Again, not a hugely expensive hand, but it will be a significant 1,000 points if he does manage to end Ayukawa's turn as dealer.
And I think Ayukawa has pretty much checked out of this hand, so it does look like it will happen.
Don't think.
Nope, not checked out.
Fives.
Went away. But there's that 6 discard. I guess to keep the Dora. That looks checked out to me, but he was just going for maybe more points.
Yeah, I mean, Ayukawa throwing Dora there.
Yeah, I think the 6 dot that he threw before that was probably to keep the Dora, but once he tripled up the 7 dot, the Dora is far less scary, especially with no reaches on the board. Look at all these triples in everyone's hands. Look, oh, third triple.
Oh.
We have an open-ended
There's
weight.
a decision.
What do you do? The 6 dot came out 3 turns ago. No
That
one is
suddenly
reach.
makes everything. So he'll take the Sun Uncle. Suddenly, the 1,000 point hand becomes 6,400 points. And that's Tenpai? No, that's not Tenpai. Did just come out. It's definitely safe. Does he want to change to a possibly open-ended? He does. Oh no!
Wrong answer.
Oh man, that's got to
That's
be
what you
frustrating.
get when you submit to a cult, the three-so cult.
That's the problem.
I
Name the Sanzo cult.
don't think Tips
It
is
won't
here
be coming out
anymore,
of.
but Tips would have definitely drawn the 3 and not the 4.
So Ayukawa will take Tenpai. He has no Yaku, so he's really just playing for pushing everybody off their hands. Oh, and that boy, that's one of those things. Somebody who believes in Nagare would definitely comment on that. Ayukawa taking Tenpai there with quite a few draws to go, and that ends up causing Fukushima to draw his winner. A massive Mangan.
I guess 3-so was sort of the correct answer after drawing 4, so 2 more times. What a silly game. This is a silly game.
With the assist from Ayukawa.
That's the second assist that you would for Fukushima. Remember
Oh,
when
that's a good point. Yeah, right.
Yamada pawned and sent the previous Sananko to they're both Sananko hands too.
Right? Tankimachi and becomes Sanko. Okay, so this one was definitely only Tankimachi. The other one before, yes, he might have had to win on the absolute cheapest possible thing. Instead, he drew the massive winner. And that is two key pawns, 2 calls that have made all the difference for Fukushima.
Well, Miura, do you hear Miura? Of course, extremely experienced player. Probably the most final table experience on this final.
He gets to the final table and he's like, oh, geez, another final table. Huh?
I think, yeah, I mean, like Otani, Yumi Otani, she makes so many final tables. She calls herself a final table junkie. And it would just be so nice to be in a position that you could have a nickname like that. Like, yeah, I just can't get enough final tables.
This keeps happening to me. So Yamada pushing towards a flush. Flush would be in the Pinzu if he can get there. Dora, so he would like to create some value with value tiles. 2 Dora in Ayukawa's hand. He's probably far enough away from first place that I don't think he's probably looking for first place as much as he would just like to seal his positive win with a few more points. So that makes a gut shot. Oh, that side weight in the Sozu. So that's unexpected. Huh. He will not go for that kind of outside hand. Or for Yamada, one just came out, so he'll throw it away quickly. And that probably is that the one? Oh wow. All right, so yeah, that's why they're on the final table and not me.
1, 2, 3. Sanshoku outside hand. That
The very
lots
thing
of
you were just talking about.
lots of options to.
Not the greatest weight, and I believe there are already 2 3s in other people's hands. Three would not be coming out from Yamada if he did draw it.
Oh, now
Completes
it's
a run
totally
for
locked
Fukushima.
into Fukushima's hand as well. Fukushima no Yaku,
So-
but he does not reach. He's waiting for the east and 9-dot Shabo.
This is still not Tenpai. Interestingly though, Fukushima is likely to drop the 3 now if he draws it. Miura will take Tenpai. He's waiting for the 3,
and
of
the
which
2.
there are also very few.
2 and 3.
Doesn't he have all the 4s?
2, 3.
He has
It
all
was
the
2,
4s.
4, 4, 4. I thought it's 2, 4, 4, 4, 4.
I think so. I think he has a
Oh.
different tile for his Atama.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Yeah. So he's just waiting for the 3. And a pair for Yamada. He throws the 6. Ooh, that could help the 3 out if somebody draws it. When will Fukushima decide he has to give up? Not yet.
I'm not calling the last tune. Oh, there's
He
the
will.
3.
Miura will just draw it himself. And once again, not a huge amount of points, but a very significant amount of points. It continues to. It allows him to continue as dealer. Here to snag some points to move himself back into second.
And Yamada now in really serious danger of what we mentioned before about
Right.
being the only negative player. Of course, with these UMA, if there are 3 players above 30,000, they all get positive UMA, positive placing bonuses. And the last place, the only negative player, will have to bear the burden of all of those points.
The entire 12,000. So yes, at this point, Yamada might not even really be trying to put together a big hand, just something to salvage.
I mean, 1,000 point
less
hand
than awful last points, yeah.
is going to be worth 5,000 in this case, essentially. Fukushima Tenpai already. Not a good weight on either side. Keeps those bamboos. If he draws the 5 bamboo, you can go for the 147 3-sided weight or the 258 3-sided weight.
Does currently have Tanyao in the hand, so he could win on this Tanki if it does come out. Another possible straight forming for Yamato, or is he going to move it towards Tanyao?
And those are the kind of Tanki that I deal into all the damn time. He switches to the Nobetan and reaches.
He will go for the win.
Dora.
It is Dora,
Nobetan,
so
yeah.
he's waiting for Dora.
Dora and Dora Suji.
For any newer players that are not still trying to figure out how Pinfu works, that is not Pinfu. It does not count as an open-ended weight.
It counts as 2 different Tanki, 2 different single weights.
Our new thing, we're going to call that Yan Tanki.
Is that new? Did you make that up?
I thought I made it up.
I don't think you made that up.
I don't think anybody. When I first said that at WRC commentating, I think with what's her name? I feel like when I said that, you reacted as if I had said that. I was the first person you heard said that.
It's like all over the internet. Okay, at least one YouTuber uses it.
Really, Yan Tanki?
Yep. I don't know. Maybe it's their nickname. It seems like it's their nickname. I'm not sure. It's like the nickname of a.
All right. I guess it's like when
Maybe you made it up. It's possible. Looks like it's not related to Mahjong.
Fukushima draws his winner, and this game ends with Fukushima on a high note.
Yeah, it kind of salvages a position for Yamada going into game 3.
Nice not to have lost another 4,000 points by Miura managing to get back to a positive score. He does still have quite a deficit to make up, but the scores are not. There's not a huge gap between certainly first, second, and third. Certainly, any basic any win by any of them would put them into first place. But Yamada does have a bit of work to do. He would need a first place and to push everybody into negative territory, or at least get a whole bunch of points himself to really get back into the running. He does still have 3 games to do it, one of which will be coming up right now.
Yes, we'll take a short break, maybe a less than 5-minute break. Go refresh drinks, maybe add some ice cubes. It's very hot here in Japan. Hopefully this is the last really, really hot day.
Oh, really? Is it supposed to cool down?
It's supposed to cool down to
this?
around 30, just around 30 instead of just around 35 starting tomorrow. So, but I need some ice for my coffee, so I will be right back.
Right.
Don't go away. And call your friends. Get ready for game 3.
Welcome back to JPML Select English Commentary, brought to you by Jenn and Garthe of JPML.
That's
We are
us.
currently covering the final table of the OUI from last year. Watched the first two games. One today, covered by me and Jenn, and one last week, covered by Jenn and Korak. We'll be watching the third game now.
All right. And there it is. Got
An
some
exciting start.
seat
Sorry.
changes. Yeah. Seat changes. Miura will now be in the dealer seat. Brand new M Leaguer. And Yamada in the south seat. Ayukawa in the west seat. And Fukushima, our current first place player, in the north seat.
And the second game really had some exciting fireworks after, excuse me, Miura and Yamada took positive scores in the first game. They turned it exactly around. And Yamada and Miura both went negative. Fukushima took a big first place. Ayukawa snagged a positive finish to put them all kind of within swinging distance of each other, except for Yamada. Yamada has a bit of a deficit to work back through.
Yeah, he's at least in the first game he did have a positive score, so he's definitely not out of the race yet, but has some work to do.
3 games. Dora is the 3 of dots, and there's 1 in Miura's hand. He is the dealer with 2 easts. So if he can pawn east, there's 1 of them in Yamada's hand. And there's 1 in Fukushima's hand. He'll be pawning that certainly as soon as it comes out. Hoping to use Dora for 58 points and get off to a nice start. 800 points.
Everything is in multiples of 100 in Reach Mahjong.
Either multiples of 100 or off the 100. Yamada will not accept the Dora indicator. He's got the 5, so if he does draw a Dora, he'll have a gut shot there. Not losing too much by throwing the Dora indicator. Except for that gut shot. I spoke too soon.
It's the commentator curse.
Sorry, Yamada. Didn't mean to do that to you.
Yep. It's amazing how you can affect a game from last year.
Right? That's how powerful I am. At least in regard to bad luck. Do have that power. Miura's hand just not improving, but once both Yamada, all right, there's the tone. East will be pawned, and that puts Miura 1 away from ready. A bunch of gut shots. 1 normal gut shot and 1 double gut shot.
Double gutty. I love it. Double gutty.
Double gutty. You're the one. That was one of Ernie's songs for sure. Ooh, and that completes a triple of Red Dragons for Ayukawa. Well, that should convince him to start pushing. That makes him 1 away from ready. He'll take Ishanten.
Yes. I think most of us do know the Rubber Ducky song.
There's Tempai. Which one will he take? So he'll take currently the 5 of cracks. It does leave open the option of improving it if he draws the 7 of cracks.
So Tenho just removed 2 of the zeros. I think, like, when you get to the final scores, maybe, but when they're exchanging scores during the game, then the hundreds are intact.
Another pair possibility for Ayukawa. So he'll choose possibly going towards two pairs, waiting for the pair weight. Slightly more outside tiles. But it continues not quite to get to Tenpai. Ayukawa just threw it. He'll throw it again. Again, back to E Shanten. So Fukushima is not going to push. He is going to play it conservatively. Another deuce for Miura. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, okay.
And a tray for Fukushima.
It's interesting. I guess he is giving up, but figured the east tile would be a pretty easy tile to give up on. But I guess he's really saving that for the moment when he absolutely needs something if somebody reaches, I guess. Yamada will give up. This improves the weight for Ayukawa. He'll throw the 8, which is currently safe. But keeps drawing some dangerous tiles. Will he? Oh, he's not going to throw east yet. Forget it was pwned already? Getting a triple for Yamada, but I think he's already given up the hand. Just not getting to Tenpai for Ayukawa, but he'll switch out again. Can chi the 3 again now. Swappy doppy.
Swappy Dappy.
Yamada will take Tenpai. No Taku.
We're coming to the end of the hand, and Ayukawa will also take Tenpai. He has the Yaku, of course, but mainly Tenpai for the exhaustive draw. And
Fukushima will not be letting go of the twos of bamboo, so really there's only the 8 possible for Yukawa. Ora. It's not ideal for Yamada. Will he hold on to Tenpai, or will he decide there are better places to push?
The 7. I mean, he can keep Tenpai with the Doratonki.
Right?
It's a 4-7 Suji that he has so many of.
Right. A lot of players will think that is risky. If you're holding so many of a Suji pair, and it makes it more likely that somebody else is possibly waiting for it, but he will push for it. Push with it.
Yeah, the other option, I guess, is the 1, and then you're still 1 away, but you have another turn at a draw. The only thing is, if you Tenpai, then you're still going to have to discard either the 7 or the 3. So
Miura draws his winner. So he snags some points.
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
No, poor Yamada's decision there turned out to be irrelevant. I'm not call anybody irrelevant.
I thought the way you're pronouncing it, I thought you're making the same old E something or other joke that I keep making.
Oh, the E Peiko one.
Yes. Or E Shanten.
Yeah, it was total callback. Definitely did a callback there. Such a good improver.
Right? This week, we probably have things like late night stuff back on TV. They have late night back on TV now.
League night?
Late night stuff. Late night talk shows.
Oh. Really?
We're off. They were off, I'm imagining. We're definitely off for the last 2 weeks.
They didn't all get canceled?
Not all of them quite yet, and even the ones that did get canceled aren't.
They're still going for a little bit.
The air yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the one will be going through April, I guess. But yeah, the podcast you did send me was interesting to listen to, and the discussion about this probably looks like more like the end of late night in general.
Yeah, I think that take made sense to me.
It did, yeah,
I don't like
and
it, but
also also just the take, also how he admitted like he thought the same as we did at first, and then you do a little bit of talking and research, and you talk to people who know what they're talking about. You're like, oh, I guess
yeah,
this other idea makes sense also.
I generally do really like appreciate Scott Galloway's takes. I don't always like them, but they usually make a lot of sense.
And
Just
he's a pretty
in the
sharp dude.
don't like them, it's like because I don't want it to be that way, not because it's not
Yeah,
that way.
it would be nice if you were wrong, but yeah, well, is reality. So one door in Miura's hand. He again has two easts, which he would likely pawn if he gets a chance. There are a few pairs there, but he'll be taking the value if he can get it. A couple pairs of red dragons in Ayukawa's hand.
We see a show song and cooking. Oh, there's two white dragons in Miura's hand. So the
So yeah,
Ayuka will
it's
have to
not
find the third
likely.
one.
Not likely to get Ai Sangen. Would have to be some weird things happening to convince Miura to throw one of those white dragons after he. I don't think that's going to happen now. He looks like he's going to be pushing as hard as he can. The Easts are still the deck, I believe. So
I mean, I think, of course, Valis saw that. That's why he said show Songen and not Dai Songen. But,
uh,
but where is that last white dragon? And you notice, like,
Fukushima
no
completes.
dragons on the board, so everybody's going to be kind of wary of discarding them now once they draw them.
Another pair for Yamada. He's one away from ready. He might be getting close to a push-able hand. Another green dragon. Yamada will take Tenpai. He wants to get to his turn as dealer quickly. This is Ishanten with
Pairs,
all
yeah.
pairs. He will not
Which
take it
is,
that way.
yeah, because it's too disappointing when you have those like value tiles, two pairs of dragon value tiles, but two of them, or one of them is Mochi Mochi, and the third
Here comes
one
Dora.
that he wants a pair of is paired in another hand. There's one, he'll pawn that. But he's not going to get a chance to pull the green dragon, so
On
he's
the
just
white
going to have to
dragon.
use
So
it.
there we go.
Yeah, it's his pair. This will give Ayukawa the freedom to totally give up on Shosangen and discard that white dragon. Oh no, that's what he discarded,
That
and that's what they pawned.
he discarded it. Yeah. The interesting thing here is though, I wonder the two beasts that are in other people's hands. Is there only one?
There's one here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only one then, because this is the kind of thing that I think when Miura pawns the white dragon there, the other players probably start thinking, you know what? I doubt that Miura was just going for the Otozuke with only one value tile pair. I bet he's got it. He's got another value tile there, and I would be willing to bet that people are going to be much less forthcoming with that with the East.
Yeah, and the dragon tiles also in general. I mean, there's no more left that could come out
Right.
because Fukushima has a pair and
See
Ayukawa has a
Fukushima not
pair.
letting it go.
Yeah. So they have to think, all right, the only one left is either he also has the green dragon in a pair,
Right.
or he has the double east. You narrow it down to those two tiles. And like I said before, they were already wary of the the value tiles, the dragon tiles, because there were none on the board, and it's really rare to see discards like this in the first row from every single player. I think we see that only really Fukushima's discard is the typical normal all terminals and honor tiles coming out in the first row. Everything else has a lot of the number tiles. So when that happens, especially in A rules, people are wary.
Might have had a decision there about whether he wanted to con his 4 of bamboos. He was torn because, you know, it could be a safe tile. And he'd really like to just get to showdown.
Yeah.
For a different way of thinking about that. Get to showdown as easily as possible.
Yamada has a lot of ways he could change his way as well. So it's a flexible tempai. Discarding White Dragon is so weak, I would never. I mean, you gotta either go for it or try and lock in your position. It ends up being a pretty difficult decision, I think. And I think not discarding it is perfectly fine. It's a perfectly good option.
Right. I think there's a couple different things to think about here. So this is a tournament where, you know, you don't have an endless amount of time to get your value. And so yeah, some players might think, okay, look, I gotta take it easy here. I can't push unnecessarily. And some players are going to be more aggressive. You can see Fukushima here is playing very passively, and you know his position in the tournament at the moment is he is in first place. He doesn't feel like he needs to push perhaps as hard as say Yamada needs to push. See, even Miura here had a feeling about that 7 of cracks. He decided to throw from the bamboos instead. And because of that, he ends up not throwing into Yamada.
The sensible gameplay in East One, shake my head. Yeah, I mean, that's a valid argument, I think. When you
And
still
so
have
the
2 more
last
turns at
East.
dealer, you definitely can justify pushing hard.
Oh, and so now the 7 may come out. This is Tempai.
Yeah, and he knew
Look at
it
it.
too,
Look,
the way he
right?
discarded
Look
it.
at that. You gotta love that level of just like, ah, they know more than I do. They just have a better sense than I do. I mean, yeah, you can tell the way that he threw that. He just knew, oh, yeah, I got to take Tempai, but
Yeah.
I think this is pretty dangerous. And you know, it's not huge points. He's still in first for this game. And actually in first place overall, just because of the fact that the other 2 players who were in positive territory last game have negative scores, so that pushes their UMA into negative territory. But still very early in the game, and of course that can change very quickly. So Yamada with a nice small win, hoping to put together a little run. Green Dragon pile up for Ayukawa. His turn as dealer will be next. You can imagine he might be willing to push pretty hard. Another Dora for Miura. Yamada pushing towards a full straight and a flush. Piling up a red dragon for Shima. 2 Dora and some nice shapes. Yamada with the triple of Souths. That is not his seat wind. Oh, that is a value tile triple for Ayukawa. No, for I always get confused about. Yeah, right. So yeah, that was I always get confused about Dora Pon. So Miura will be moving towards an inside hand. Tanyao. Dora Pon has immediately got to tell the other players. Yamada is dealer. He's pushing. He's probably not going to be that conservative, but Ayukawa and Fukushima are thinking all of a sudden, oh, you know what? I was ready to push this, and I am not as ready as I was before.
Just kidding.
So they can't know it. Miura is pushing pretty hard, but has pretty crappy shapes at the moment.
Can't hear Uma without
One
thinking
away.
about horses. Yeah. I do
He's got the
prefer
7.
placing
Oh,
bonus in English, but it's pretty common everybody using Uma, even in English nowadays.
oh yeah. Gives some more options for Miura and the Manzu. Still relatively early in the hand, and Ayukawa and Fukushima might be a little bit on the fence about throwing away their hands already. We'll go to Ishanten. This is making it very clear to everybody what he's trying to do. Because Miura is kind of pushing, there's a good chance that he will not be playing any real defense against Yamada's half flush. And so if he... This would be awesome if we got down to a Hadaka Tunki, but no.
Dilson.
Deals into Ayukawa. So Ayukawa manages to sneak off while Yamada is trying to put together a little
I
something
think they
to
probably,
get some points.
I mean, neither of them were to the left of Yamada, so they didn't have to worry about him calling chi from them.
Right.
So they see the dealer going for a flush. Well, it's probably going to take him longer than me to get to Tempai, so I'm going to go ahead and try and just snipe it. And that's what happened. Ayukawa. Really strong play there, I think, from Ayukawa.
Yeah, and a good read not to have given up just because of the Dorapon. And it took the tiles where he had where they came, got to Senpai, and then look at that, threw into my Tonki.
And this might be, one of the situations where the final table experience plays in. Where you can tell how people are reading your hands and how they're going to react to them.
Oh wow! So yeah, with 3 players above 30,000, it's the current standings are very a bit skewed. Ikawa in last place with 28,000 looks like he's like, well, somehow how did he get so far behind? Well, it's because he's the only player currently below 30,000. You see how close everybody's scores are right there. Obviously, basically anything can happen, and that will
Yeah.
change very quickly.
I mean, it's still only East 3, too. It's East round.
Completed White Dragon triple for Ayukawa. completed run for Fukushima. Miura's hand is. I wonder if this is. You think Yamada's going for Kochi?
I mean, I would be, but I'm always going for Kokushi. I go for Kokushi like once a game, I think, in A rules. Yeah, he's
He
definitely
does have some pairs here.
yeah. Now he was hedging Kokushi, but with the Dora pair, I don't know. 3
Yeah, suddenly
pairs,
that
one of them is
right,
Dora.
and one of them is Dorda. Suddenly, that's just some instant value. It's hard to like throw away. Certainly, if he gets another pair, you have to figure. All right, definitely going for
Yeah,
pairs
he
now.
has the what he needs for the outside hand, and he has yeah. He can
It's another
call.
pair,
He
except
can
he
call
does
easily.
throw.
He can fold easily. He can
So he
yeah.
does throw the 3 of bamboos,
Which makes me think
which
he
could
hasn't
have been useful.
yeah, he hasn't completely given up on Kokushi yet, maybe.
We can see most of the Haku already in.
No, he's
It
given up
was
on Kokushi.
most of the Haku are in Ayukawa's hand, so it was always going to be a tough run for Wada. Will he start pawning if he gets the chance? Yes. All right. Well, there's 5 pairs.
Yeah, just one away from all pairs. Honro Chitoi.
40 Dory. Oh, and an interesting 5 of cracks. Does he want to use that?
About Dora to improve the value of orphans, obviously.
It's like a kicker. Strong kicker.
Okay, I gotta
I believe
reach
this is Tempai, right?
for the Uda Dora.
Yeah.
It
I
is
believe this
Tempai,
is
yeah.
Tempai, waiting for the 258. He's trying to decide whether to
It was
reach or not.
already Tempai, so he's just deciding which weight he
Oh,
wants.
yeah, which, okay.
He was waiting for the 4-7 bamboo before, now he switched it to the cracks weight. And reaches.
Slightly larger weight. But it does have a hand worth pushing here. That'll throw into Ayukawa, who snuck up on us with Tempai. I missed the Tempai. Waiting for
Feel
the
like
gut
he's
shot. 3 of bamboo, 3 of dots. 2,000 point hand, which he also got, I guess, a reach stick for. So that's 3,000 points. And just like that, he is back from slightly larger minus to a quite respectable positive score.
and second
He
overall
is
even. That's how close these scores are overall.
any points at all would put him in front of Miura for the game, and would put him probably ahead for in the overall standings too. Was at any significant score at all.
My child has just come home with a fever.
Oh no. Oh yes, there's a lot of. Do you know which one she has?
Nope.
Yeah, because RS virus and Corona going around at our
That
daycare.
sounds so fun. We had a very
Uh,
like completely just random fever last Sunday. Just fever in the morning and then no other symptoms and no more fever after a few hours. It's just all done. That doesn't sound like RS or COVID to me because those usually involve some sort of coughing or something.
have you heard of any outbreak of Ringobyo? Apple.
Yeah,
What is it called?
definitely didn't have any symptoms of that and also had gotten over chickenpox a couple weeks earlier.
Right.
So,
But I mean, so Ringobyo, I mean, it's pretty. the fever can be pretty tame. That's pretty much all there is. I mean, it's not really a cough. You don't get the rash until basically 2 weeks later, at
Yeah,
the very end of it all. So like you might just not know until a couple weeks from now. Like, oh look, it was Ringo.
I mean, we definitely like kids had that at daycare, but we're not at daycare anymore either. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Definitely seems to be one of those things that people get very youngly,
Yeah.
which is why nobody even thought to suspect it when I got it.
Fifth disease, is that it's called in English?
It is called that. Isn't that just weird? And then did you get the explanation for why it's called that? Because it's just the fifth one in the list of skin diseases that children tend to get.
Yep.
What a weird way
After
of naming
like
things,
chickenpox, measles, all those ones.
right?
I don't even know all of the other four that come first. Mumps? Is mumps one of them?
I don't think that's in that list because I don't think it manifests as a skin sort of condition.
We had mumps once too.
I had yes, I that too I didn't get until I came to Japan.
I never had that, but yeah, my kid got that for sure once.
Fukushima takes Tempai, by the way.
Wait, were you not vaccinated for mumps as a kid?
Of course I was, yeah. So,
Huh.
it's one of those things you're just like, wow, how did that happen? Poem for Ayu or Yamada? Yamada.
If your child
It
develops
is
chest hair and a afro, it might be disco fever. That's cute.
Oh my god! Randomly today, as I was walking through Tokyo store, I saw a guy with a shirt that said "Death Before Disco."
That sounds weird.
I mean, oh, that's everybody used to say that, like you know, uh, in the '80s. I just remember that being a thing in the '80s.
What's up, Flame? There's not enough terminals to just have outside hand in 7 pairs. It could go with all terminals and honors, though. Yeah, ended up getting rid of some of his terminals. I think he was in a much better position earlier in the hand for that.
Yeah, a few people Tempai here. I think most of the table is everybody's Tempai except for Miura, who is now leaning towards giving up. Draws his tile and puts it on the outside, kind of giving away the fact that he's Tempai, but end up throwing into Fukushima, who will snag the turn as dealer from Ayukawa and push him back into negative points again. The moment Fukushima is also in negative points, so it doesn't quite change the UMA calculation as largely as it did before.
And the
Everybody
scores are
hovering,
yeah, so close.
everybody hovering right around 30,000 points. We're going to have these kind of really large swings in the total point standings until somebody manages to break out a little bit. Yamada, with the makings of an outside hand, he's got a pair of white dragons. He won't lean that way yet. Looks like he might be thinking half flush then.
Hey, God picks up an open-ended. Looks like that wasn't part of his plan because he was not ready to discard yet.
Yamada could also be hedging sheet again. This is why he threw from the inside Pinzu instead of perhaps hedging for the outside hand.
Yeah, I wonder if he's feeling a little bit of pressure. He is in last place overall, but with 3 more games to go and he's positive right now in this game, he's actually not quite as far behind as he probably feels right now. So it could be a little bit of pressure from the... I feel like it could be pressure and not
another
necessarily...
dragon. Yeah, it's an interesting point. Like when we can see immediately the standings. Ooh, he pawns that as soon as he can. So he's got a pair of white dragons, a pair of red dragons. This is his other pair of dragons.
Be white because there's lots of red dragons on the board. It definitely does not have those.
Okay. So, oh, and he threw the red dragon himself. So he may be trying to induce the white dragon coming out by looking at, hey, you guys, I don't want dragons. Look, me throwing away dragons.
Yeah, don't mind my pawn. Look over there.
Yes.
Another pair up with the west.
So he could still make it to a half flush.
He's in the
Would
west
be
seat.
Mongon.
Yeah. I mean, already if he can get west and white dragon, then that's already going to be at least
I think he also has
5,200.
Dorda, right? He does have Dorda too.
Oh,
So
Mongon.
at the moment, yeah.
I feel like I'm the only one who
It's a
likes to
little luck.
Tonki on Shosangen. I mean, there's a big difference between Tonki after you've pawned two of them and Tonki when you haven't, but I think it's still strong because you create a situation where the other players can't discard the last tile. The only problem is there's already 3 red dragons here, or 4 red dragons on the table, so there's not going to be any Tonki of that, even if he kept one of them. Probably would have, the other ones had come out already, so.
Well, he ends up going for that half flush. So I thought he was going to end up going for the half flush in Manzu because that was Dorda, but he kept drawing bamboos. And so now Yamada is 2 away from ready, I believe, looking for value tiles. Shaw, take that open-ended wait.
Keeps the
Hold
door
on to Dorda.
just in case. But Tenpai will
Maybe
probably see
trying
that
to,
come out.
maybe trying to sort of disguise the fact. I mean, once Dorda comes out, then everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, okay, it must be right there already." Whereas right now, it's still other players might still think, "Well, I don't think he's Tenpai yet. Maybe he can still be careless with value tiles." We'll throw it now. So he grabs a safe tile instead of Dorda, and that might convince other players. I think Fukushima is obviously giving up now then.
It really feels like Yamada just can't catch a break ever since the first game.
Right? And one of the wests that he would like comes to Ayukawa. He will throw it. So that gets Mada to Tenpai with a possible Mangan. Yes, with a Mangan. Except I think it actually not only be 7,700, huh? So one of the tiles that he needs goes to Fukushima.
It'd be 5,200. He has all the foo in those triples. Oh no, it's a chi. Ah, it's so hard to see the calls.
Whew, so more than half the tiles. Oh well, 6 of the tiles. 6 of Yamada's 4 sevens are already in other people's hands. Another Dorda. He'll throw that right away. I think we've got everybody giving up here. Ayukawa was a little flippant with the west tile, but I think he will be giving up now. We do get a reach from Miura. He's waiting for the 5-8.
So not everybody was giving up. Yeah, the calls, they have a new system where they put the calls on, but it was not intact a year ago when this tournament took place.
Another one of the fives that Miura wants. And Yamabu. Yamada draws his winner. And that finally unevens the score for this game. It was really amazing how close we were into the south round, and basically everybody was just right around 30,000 points. Big draw by Manabu. Suddenly,
And
we're on a
look at
first name
these
basis,
yellow scores.
right?
That's
Just
so close.
amazingly flat. Halfway through,
A 300,
and it's
500
like
point draw makes a huge difference here.
we're halfway through the final table, and the difference between first place and last place is about 5,000 points.
Because they're
Taku
very high
Dora.
values of 2.
Yeah. That's math.
The ending in 30k give you positive or negative. It's positive if you have 30k or above. And if you have not 30k, so they use the term ijo. Ijo means including and above. Yeah, at least. So, and then they use miman to mean not reaching, not quite 30,000. If it's ika, then that would include the 30,000. So a lot of times ika is translated as less than, but it's equal to or less than. So it gets a little confusing.
Ayukawa pawns the first south tile. He is looking to end the hand as quickly as possible. Yamada is looking for a half flush again. And this is Tempai for Ayukawa. Very quick Tempai. Got to figure he's good for it. I mean, 2 of the 5s that he wants are over in Miura's hand. Another one in Shima's hand, and he will reach. Wow, some really quick Tempais.
5-8 character weight there.
One away from ready for Miura. Yamada going for it. Ayukawa will continue to push with Pinzu, even though probably can read that Yamada is going for a flush. That's a throw into Fukushima. So a reach battle between the dealer, Miura, and the player who will have the final dealer in this game goes to the player who will have the final dealer. And Miura gets pushed down a little bit further into negative territory, and that is going to push him into last place. Started this game in first place.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster for every one of these players so far.
Sorry, started the game in second place. Fukushima was in first place, and he remains there.
Yeah, but he came into the game after first place in the last game. Is that right? Or is that Fukushima?
Yeah, seriously, a serious roller coaster of action here. Yamada in solidly last place to start this game is now in second place.
Yep, negative second place, and not
Very
that
close
far.
to.
I mean, Mangan direct hit from first place right now. If he gets a Mangan against Fukushima, if he rolls off Fukushima with a Mangan, that would put him in first place overall. It's very, very small difference.
even drawing Mongon puts him only a couple thousand away. So yeah, this game has really just
What?
whipsawed back and forth.
Yeah. As dealer with Mangan Sumo, that would be enough to put him in first place. So yeah, we were both talking about
Right now, oh yeah,
non-dealer Mangans, but he's dealer right now.
this is a huge opportunity for you. God, I just cannot decide whether to call him Manabu or Yamada.
Have you called him Manabu to his face before?
I just mentioned earlier that suddenly I'm on a first name basis with him.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think so. I did just call him Yanabu.
Yeah, I like Yamabu. I think that's cute. Yamabu.
And I believe that's Tempai for Yamada. I don't think he has a Yaku. Did he have Pingfu? In last place, this improves a weight. He'll throw the 3, so we won't be accepting Dora if he can get there. Still, oh, not quite Tempai. Okay, not Tempai for Yamada. He is 1 away from ready. An unhelpful 9 of dots for Fukushima. He's not currently in trouble, so he probably won't be pushing that hard. He does have the last turn as dealer. 1 away from ready for Ayukawa also.
You know, I was first dealer in 6 of my last 8 games in Armo.
Oh, that's Tempai for Miura.
I hate that. Oh, and Tempai for Yamada.
That's Tempai for Yamada.
Reach.
Yamada does have a
reach.
wait for Dora, I think. Is he waiting for Dora?
2-5.
That's Tempai, not quite Tempai.
1 away, but he will not take the 1 away.
Fukushima will not push it.
1 4 bamboo, wait for Miura. 2-5 dot wait for Yamada. Yamabu.
Yeah. So, and 2 Dora also in Miura's hand. Is that Miura's hand? Miura has 2 Dora, right? Miura has 2 Dora. Oh no!
Japanese teacher always called me Maru-chan, but then she remembered it was a type of instant noodles. So I decided it was funny and kept it. It's also anime character. Chibi Maruko, right?
I don't know that one, but Maru-chan is definitely the
Former Emily
brand of it's the brand of yakisoba that we tend to get.
Oh. I don't know, we have so many instant noodles in my house. I never touch them, but there's somebody in this house that eats them like every day. That's why I have earbuds.
So both players are blocking each other a little bit. A whole bunch of the 1s that Miura would like. One of the 4s also that Miura would like, but a whole bunch of the 1s he would like are in Yamada's hand. And he also has 2 of the Dora that Yamada would like to draw to give his hand the most value. Fukushima and Ayukawa are definitely throwing in the towel. So unless one of them can draw their own winner or throw into the other one.
We will cruise along to South 3. But another tough break for Yamada. He keeps his positive score, but that puts him pretty far back into last place. They can see the totals there on the screen behind them. You see the yellow numbers as well.
Oh, that's an interesting thing. If they have that on the other side of the table also, or do
it's 2 different screens, so I think probably
so Yamada wouldn't have to turn around to like see.
Just probably turn his head to the left to see it. There's one behind Miura and one behind Yamada.
Once again, a huge shift just because of the way the UMA works there. Miura just inching into positive territory suddenly changes not only the fact that he is positive, but it takes the plus 12 away from Yamada. He only has plus 8 now because there are 2 players above above 30,000, and of course he also gave 5,200 to Miura. So yeah,
Yeah,
like you
so
say,
almost a 10,000
just
point swing there just for Yamada just because of the UMA.
cannot catch a break.
But what's your favorite starting seat for a game?
It's always going to be Earth Last Oya.
Last Oya?
Even in a timed game, I would still rather be that.
I like Chisha. Starting in
It's funny. I
West.
mean, I think it goes Chacha.
It's usually if you're starting dealer, you're Chicha, right? So if I'm starting West, I like to say Chisha.
Oh, is that the chi means starting?
Yeah.
Hey,
It's the wake up kanji.
Kaishi.
Chi.
Wake up. Like Kaishi, like opening?
No, it's chi. And it's usually pronounced ki in Japanese. But it's the Chinese reading for it. And so chicha
Okiru.
means
Certainly
okiru, yeah,
Okiru.
okiru, yeah. Okiru, oya.
How can I have never
Yeah,
noticed that?
I don't know. I'm appalled right now.
That's like I've never even looked at the kanji.
Like, have you ever read anything about Mahjong in Japanese?
I know,
It's
right?
super duper common. But so I like to call it
Yes.
chi sha because
Okay.
starting in West, and it totally like you don't even like appreciate my cleverness of creating that word chi sha instead of chicha.
Yeah, well, I didn't even appreciate the whole meaning of any of the words until this very moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
See, if I
interesting.
didn't,
If you
how would
didn't,
everybody else learn if I wasn't learning along with them
most
and
people
had
know
this amazing
chicha.
conversation?
Chicha is first dealer. It's interesting they use triangle for negative. Is that a common thing in Japan? Yes, the delta for negative. I mean, means something
Did you
different
ever
than our
hear?
delta, I guess. But
Did you ever hear why? I mean, why Moriyama said at least that became a thing?
no, I never heard that from Moriyama. I want to hear
I
it.
remember. Okay, so we were at.
It's because they all love
Yes-
Zelda. Zelda is the
oh
delta
no!
force.
Oh, and Manabu Yamada does sneak off with some points, so that'll put him back into. Well, he's already still in first place. That just makes it just a little bit easier for him. Another Tsumo will knock Miura back into negative territory and immediately help Yamada a whole bunch. We're into the last hand. Fukushima will be the final dealer. Manabu just hoping to Manabu Yamada, just hoping to basically score any points. But if he can draw, it's also just massive because it pushes Miura into negative territory again. So, how will it play out?
So why do they use a
You see.
triangle? According to
So,
Mr. Moriyama, president of JPML.
I'm trying to remember if this was at a study session or if it was I think it was around the time that I was doing the commentating or the whatever for Judansen and Watabe? Oh, Ishii. Oh my god. Ishii Nabe? No, Ishii.
Okay.
A-leaguer. There's an A-leaguer who was on the final table along with Moriyama and Setukuma
Ishidate?
and that Ishii. No.
Okay, anyway.
Something Nabe, but he was a long time A-leaguer who just never actually won anything, but was just always an A-leaguer because he's just on defense the entire time. Oh my god, another dragon for by the way for Ayukawa. Anyway,
Get a story out of you. We don't care what his name is.
they actually I guess I don't need to be throwing him under the
Go
bus.
tell us why.
But apparently, like they had people wrote their scores out for the end of that's Tempai, but they wrote their scores out for the end of their table, and he was negative, like negative, 30 points or something, and then he seriously just put a little plus, like he just added a line to the negative thing to make it plus, and then he suddenly had plus points. And so like it didn't get discovered until like a lot later, and so then basically they had to create the whole new system to make it like, all right, to make it in such a way that like you can't just add a line to make your negative score positive all of a sudden.
What?
And so because he had done that once, that's why we do the
I can't decide if
delta.
that's clever or stupid. Like,
Who was
obviously
clever or
that's gonna
stupid?
get found out, right?
Right? Yeah, like seriously, like how could you imagine that like they're gonna add up the scores at the end and be like, oh, huh, why is shit not adding up? It's not France.
I mean, you're with other people at the table, so somebody's gonna remember that you were negative that game.
Right?
It's not like
Except
you're
that I
just
guess
submitting your own scores only.
when the winner goes to it was Ayukawa, wasn't it?
Miura.
It had the
Yeah, Ayukawa
Sue.
dealt into Miura.
Okay. Wow, that is a huge win for Miura. Like, not only does he not go into negative territory, but he snags first place. And ouch for Yamada. Such a huge opportunity for Yamada. And man, just a tough break for Ayukawa. Like everything has just been such a tight game, or tight, competition so far. But like just any score at all just ends up changing the standings hugely each time it happens.
Yeah, and it's gonna keep doing that, it looks like, at least until game at 4, which is going to come to you next week at 10 a.m. on Wednesday. Game 4 and the final. Penultimate and the ultimate game of this OUI final.
That'll be me and Korak next
No,
week, apparently.
Nathaniel.
Oh. Nathaniel, sorry, me and Nathaniel.
Nate, who I had okonomiyaki with in Osaka in July after the World Reach Championship. Yakuman would have been legendary. Yes, yes. Also, welcome KZ-san. I guess I want to figure out who that is now, but it took you so long to get it out that it was really frustrating me that you wouldn't just tell the story and not worry about what the guy's name was.
Yeah, especially because, he's a pretty long-time A-League player. Should probably not throw
So if
something
you
under the
didn't
bus
really
like
understand it, the reason why they use the triangle is because if you just use the minus sign, anyone could come in and just change it to a plus very easily. So if you use the triangle, it's much harder to change it to a plus sign without getting in big troubles. Without it being very
just
obvious.
cross it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd have to you'd have to cross out your negative thing. And yeah, the minus sign, you can just add a line and instantly it's plus. So yeah, that was
Oh, I see.
that was the story anyway.
He's in B2 now. He's not in. I can't believe they let him keep playing after doing that, though.
You would think, right? I mean, like that's one of those stories. You're like, oh, really? And he now just gets to keep being an A-leaguer. But yeah, interesting story. And again, Garth, win at all costs. Right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I wonder if he got any sort of penalty, or if it's just like, well, we didn't write it in the rules, so how is he supposed to know?
Right? Yeah, the way rules get enforced sometimes does seem pretty Takito.
And in the chat, Garth's telling stories to his kids. Spend an hour trying to figure out Humpty Dumpty's name. Yes, exactly. That's how it goes. And oh wait, look, there's a bird over there. Wait, squirrel.
Yeah. Definitely tangents are a big part of any story told by Garth.
Yes. But we love having Garth tell stories. We love having... There's no rule that says a dog can't play basketball. Yeah, I agree. Know why
there you go.
My dog is not playing basketball right? Well, she's kind of old, but Why isn't Scooby playing
She's
basketball right now?
because they're not in a movie.
Was that Air Dog? Was that?
May have been. I can't remember which one it was. I'm not even sure I saw the movie. But yes, it is one of those dogs playing basketball movies.
Are there more
Which
than
there may
one?
only be one. There may only be one.
All right. I feel like it was Air Dog. I think that was something like that. But we love
Certainly a very
dogs.
appropriate title.
Yeah, we love dogs. We love you guys. We love
Mm.
Garth's stories, no matter how long they take, even if they make us miss the whole entire last hand when he could have just said, oh yeah, one time a guy like just changed his negative to a positive by writing over it in a Judansen final, and then they decided they had to change it. Oh, Air
Oh, it was.
Bud.
By the way,
Air Bud.
Bud.
Yes,
Yes,
that's right.
yes.
Very close.
By the way,
Yeah.
it was that was not actually the Judansen final.
Oh.
That obviously would have been very easy to pick off. But
Oh, it's just.
I think I just remember it because it happened to be around. I happened to hear that story around that Judansen final when I was paying attention to
Oh,
who was who
gotcha.
here and
So
there.
it's just
I think it
A1
was in a
lane or
more
something.
minor. Yeah, it was in a more minor situation, but it's still the kind of thing like and not to be a total jerk about France, but I mean the first WRC they didn't bother checking scores at all, and then you get to the end and it's just like, holy cow, how did none of these scores match up? That's just not a thing that ever happened in JPO. They're definitely adding up all the scores again at the end, and if it doesn't match up, they're like, all right, who got something wrong here, and they're going to go through every single score sheet and try to figure out exactly where the mistake was, and that of course they caught it, and they're like, oh, all right, I guess we got to use deltas now.
Well,
instead of minus signs. Yep.
and now I can't go back. It looks very weird to me to see a minus sign instead of the delta. So, and when other people, outside of Japan, they often use the delta. They use the minus signs still, and it's just like I just forget. I forget that
Yeah.
that delta is not normal to everybody in the world. You just get
Yeah.
used to that. Yeah.
Has become our normal.
That's become our normal. And our normal now, it's 12:30. It's lunchtime. Don't forget to watch Play Like a Pro on Friday. It's going to be updated. I think next Tuesday we're going to have a new post up on the Mahjong Jenn channel. On Wednesday,
Cool.
it will be another JPML Select. We will wrap up this final table. And then on Friday, another Play Like a Pro. Oh, wait. Thursday is going to be the Sankei Shimbun Cup. Is that next week? I think it's next week. Yeah, Sankei Shimbun Cup, Thursday and Friday, 3 games each day. That will be on the WRC channel, youtube.com/@worldreach. And the next week, after our JPML Select on Wednesday, or it's going to be Tuesday for you guys, but on Wednesday for you guys and Thursday for me is my brand new weekly podcast with a amazing comedian out of LA. And it will be super duper fun. It's going to be great if you're learning Japanese or interested in Japanese. We're going to have fun guests. It's going to be amazing. That's on the Mahjong Jenn channel. So lots of amazing stuff coming up.
Wow.
Yeah, just like basically you should just be watching YouTube all the time. JPML channel, World Reach Championship channel, and the Mahjong Jenn channel.
Just pay attention to Jen's Twitter, and then you'll be like, oh, look, something's there.
Yeah, Twitter, Blue Sky, Discord, we're all over the place. And we love you guys. Don't mind my political posts. Or I actually just respond. I don't do all my posts are on Facebook. Other platforms, I really just do responses. I don't post anything political. So anyway, we love you guys.
Safer.
Yes. We love you guys. We will see you in all these places in the coming weeks.
Hey.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in. See you later.